News and reviews. We back with another one. It's your boy E
Damn
Holla.
right. Damn right. I don't like the way they did E-40 at that Sacramento Kings game, dog. They gotta.
They got to
First, I
straighten
was
that.
kind of what?
They got to straighten that.
They gotta straighten that, man. We getting witness accounts that's conflicting. One witness is saying that E-40 was doing some excessive standing, and he was warned multiple times. And there's another source saying that his people are saying that he wasn't warned, and he has a lot of support from the people on the team. So we gonna get into the what's in the black and white, and we gonna get into some support from E-40 that's recently come out. So I had to speak on this, bro, because this shit sound real fishy. I think racial bias could be an element. Let's read here.
Oh, okay.
What is this? Where does this come from? This is from SacB.com, the Sacramento Bee. Excessive standing? Rapper E-40's Kings game ejects and prompts questions on the venue rules. Now, the Kings organization says it's investigating the Bay Area rapper's allegation of racial bias, saying that was a factor in his ejection by security from Saturday evening's playoff game when they was against the Warriors. We know about that. The dust up reportedly stemmed from the hip hop artist uh spending too much time on his feet, as they're saying. The videos posted on social media show E-40, whose real name is Earl Stevens, being removed by the Golden One Center security personnel during the fourth quarter of the Kings 126-103 win over the Warriors. Let's get to the good part, man. Stevens, who is black, said in a statement to reporters that he was approached by the King's security after addressing a heckler, a white woman, in assertive but polite manner. In an assertive but polite manner, better said. And the security saw a disagreement between a black man and a white woman and immediately assumed that I was at fault. A lot of us has been in that situation before. Stevens said in the statement, writing that he was absolutely humiliated by the King's security team. Now, the Associated Press reported that the rapper's ejection came following the spectators' complaints of excessive standing and cited conflicting accounts from anonymous sources. People out here telling, don't want to disclose their identity. One saying Stevens was given multiple warnings by security before his ejection, and others saying he was not warned at all. Somebody lying, bro. That's the thing. And when I was looking
Yeah,
at the other
Rose. I like
angles,
Jalen
go ahead.
Rose broke it down. Jalen Rose broke it down real well, where he showed actually, the officer coming up to him. I think you sent me that, and how he
Well, let's
broke it.
hear from Jalen Rose's mouth.
Okay,
I got him lined up. I'm glad you brought that up. Let's
let's
see what
do it.
Jalen. Let's see. Just had the tab. That's not. Oh, here we go. Brother Jalen Rose speaking on the matter. His dear friend E Fizzle. My brother E-40 should be receiving an apology. He says. Mm.
Gonzarelli was ejected from the game. Here's what happened. He was there enjoying the game, sitting on the front row like a tycoon, like he always does. A lady a couple of rows behind him was heckling him the entire game.
See, she looked like she heckling him. She looked like she getting real. She just doing too much. But go ahead, Jalen.
He finally turns around and responds to her heckling him. Security comes over to E-40. You can clearly see him put his arm on the security guard's shoulder, whisper in his ear, and let him know that he was being heckled, and he responded. I guess that didn't matter
Whoa.
because he was the person that got disciplined and ejected. You see another gentleman come over
Oof.
who works for the Warriors security, who clearly knows E-40 because he's front row at every game, and he wants to diffuse the situation, and he kindly walks him off.
E-40 called him a bitch. You see that?
Yeah, I seen that.
because obviously the players know and love him like the entire league and everybody does because that's the kind of energy that he's carried. And I'm somebody that knows because I've known him for over 30 years. He don't even move like that. He moves with integrity. And so that's why Andre
Big integrity.
Iguodala walked off with him. That's why Gary Payton II, someone that he's known since he was a shorty and it's like family to him,
Big pimping,
was
man.
checking on him to try to make sure he was good while the game was going on. And then the Kings, who I'm not claiming are a racist organization.
Hey, we not claiming they not a racist organization until they straighten this shit up. I just want to add that. We ain't saying they racist. We ain't saying they ain't racist either, man.
Been at
Man,
the
it's
forefront
society.
of teams as it relates to matters, in particular, social and politically for Black people. So I'm not saying that they're a racist organization. What I am saying is that these security officers, in particular, totally fumbled this scenario and mishandled it and overreacted. And then the Kings compounded by putting out a statement and basically saying he was standing up excessively. Clearly, I know that there's an etiquette to that. As somebody that played in the league and that frequently goes to games, but they never gave him a warning for that. And so I think they mishandled it all the way around. And I anticipate in 3-2-1, the Sacramento Kings should be issuing an apology to E-40.
We ain't get to see what E-40 finished doing. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he wanted to get at her. You seen that?
Yeah, so check this out. This is
Yeah.
how I look at this. This is how I'm looking at this, okay? This we was just talking today and you were telling me about, women and how they are, they are not held equal, to men. Like we'll, overdo it like with the Megan Thee Stallion video. But this shows a perfect, of what do they call those Karens and like I be seeing some of the YouTubers. It looks like to me like, she had the upper hand too in any kind of situation that, hey, you get out of here. So it seems like, how we seen other women kind of like call the police on guys and get them arrested or something like that. It's like they can heckle you and get you up out of there. It seems like that kind of situation.
Yeah, I don't know why you brought up Meg Thee Stallion. You know, this is a totally different situation. Involving a white woman. But I'm seeing what you're saying. They did get E-40 the fuck up out of there promptly. Uh, this is a delicate situation. I'm gonna say it because I don't want to fall victim to the halo effect. We like E-40. I like Tell Me When to Go as much as the next guy. So we see a white woman against E-40. And while the security guard or somebody else might have a knee-jerk reaction and see, oh, he must be the aggressor because he's the rapper, as a black guy who's been following E-40, she looks like the aggressor to me, especially the way that she was conducting herself. But it is confusing. And I do understand why they investigating because we're getting witnesses from both sides that are saying completely different things. And we're watching this clip, but we don't have a lot of context as to what happened before that. I understand everybody saying that E-40 was cool, calm, and collected, which I want to believe. But when I look at the clip, he really wasn't being cool, calm, and collected there. You know? So it does kind of like, I don't know. Maybe him and the lady was going back and forth. I don't know. We don't really have any evidence, do we?
Yeah.
We got to take everybody's word for it. You know what I'm saying? The people who said that he wasn't warned, they were in E-40's camp. And there was somebody who works for the NBA or, that team that was saying that he actually was warned. So I
But
need
that
him to get to
where
the
they
bottom
was
of
sitting
it, though.
at, but what I'm telling you is where they was
Mhm.
sitting at, it didn't even look like it could affect their view at all.
You
They
know
were
what? That's a good point, and let's remember that there is no rule against excessive standing, period. And they have a rule about standing, but it's like for the players and the teams or something like that. So there's no rule against it. If there's not an explicit rule against it, then it's allowed. If somebody warned you, then maybe you should stop to be considerate. But I don't have no reason to think that E-40 is that inconsiderate of a guy. Now he was upset, but rightfully so. He paid his money and he's getting kicked out of the game and getting humiliated and stuff like that. So maybe we were just seeing anger over the situation. But they need to get this shit right. No, I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the optics of it. It's just bad. You know what I'm saying? E-40 said he's not even going to the other game over there. He gonna wait till they
yeah,
playing.
I just
uh,
said that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gonna wait till they play at the Warriors arena. So I ain't
Oh,
like
this was
that.
at Sacramento Arena.
Yeah, that's where it happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hip hop artist and Bay Area legend E-40 will not attend game two of the Warriors Kings in Sacramento at the Golden One Center tonight after alleging racial bias from game one venue security, per a representative of E-40. He plans to attend game three at the Chase Center. Like, I want to believe E-40, but I'm just trying to be objective. See, they're saying it again. Per a representative of E-40, they're the ones that's saying that the venue security was being. I'd expect his people to be supportive of him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the people that was with him is gonna say, "Oh no," nah, like you know what I'm saying. E-40 was just way out of line. So it's up in the air. You know, Jalen Rose said he's known the man for 30 years, and that's not in his character. He was with an NBA player, you know, a guy who played for the Warriors for eBay Iguodala. I can't say his name right. They're gonna kill me for
Yeah.
saying that wrong, but you know who I'm talking about.
$6.
Iguodala.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he was in good company. I don't think that he would be conducting himself in that way uh, with another lady, with people pray. I don't know. I'm leaning towards E-40 on this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's in somebody else's home. They got their fans. They gonna heckle you. You know, they gonna say,
Yeah,
"Man, go back to San Francisco, man. Go over to Bay with that, man."
yeah.
You know,
That's how
if
that go.
man, if
You know,
this would have been, listen, you know how it is, man. If this would have been odd people, it would have been the same way, man. It's like
yeah,
that's
real
period. They
shit.
gonna be like, "Hey, man, go cross that water, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What you doing out here? That's just a part of
and that's like the nice version. It would have probably got. It would have got nasty on either way with either race. You're right. With them sports games get nasty.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not sure. You're saying that it was Sacramento
It
team
was.
confirmed. Okay, so since it was them, yeah, maybe why would they kick her out? And she's probably in her home court. You know
Yeah,
what I
rooting for Sacramento, right? It was
mean?
probably
Yeah,
like, man, it's easy to get you out. You the ops right now.
yeah, get
And
you up out of here, bro. Like,
I'm gonna say this. I know E-40 put his hand on the security guard and like, you know, he was saying Jalen Rose was like he was calmly trying to explain. He was way too close to the security. I would have felt like get up off me too. You know what I'm saying? You see, it was like a little dust up between the security guard too, like a little flinch, like it almost went to fisticuffs. E-40 was a little bit too up in the bad face, but that gets weird too because it's loud and you trying to get somebody to hear you, but you talking aggressively. That shit could have went real left, though. I'm glad he
yeah,
got out of there without too much of an incident.
yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah,
gonna be interesting to see how this develops. We're gonna follow this, man. But they need to do something right by that man. You know, he been coming for years, man. Clay Thompson even had words of support. But when you think about it, they all on the same side. So this shit get real what do they call that? Chippy when it comes to the goddamn sports games.